everyone, and welcome back to my channel where we will be learning 30 grammar topics in 30 weeks.
So you must be wondering, why do I look like this? Well, this week I got little lazy. So we will be doing a get ready with me to learn pronouns. Don't worry, this is not a makeup channel. This is where you will be learning. But just because I'm lazy and I have free will, we will do a get ready with me. So where were we? Last week we saw nouns and its types. And if you have missed it, do not worry. I will link it down in the description, or you can always go back and check it out on my channel. So let's do a quick recap on what is noun. Noun is nothing but the name of a person, place, animal, or thing. Now that we're all caught up, let's take a quick look at what we will be learning today. By the end of this video, you will know
What are pronouns, where and why do we use them, and what are the types.
Now let's begin with the most important part, shall we? What are these pronouns that I've been talking about so much? So pronouns are nothing but the words that we use instead of using nouns. We specially do this to avoid repeating the same noun again and again. In simple terms, they replace the names of people, place, animal, or thing once we already know who or what we are talking about. Now that we know the answer to the bigger question, let's take a look at why do we use them and where do we use them. The where is obviously in the place of nouns. And why do we use them, you may ask? We use pronouns too, as I said, to avoid repetition of noun, and it makes us sound more natural and smooth. The second reason is we use it to make our language shorter and clearer, because we don't want to keep going on and on, boring our audience. And lastly, we do it to show relationships like possessions and reflections. Now we'll get back to this later. Now that we have answered all the questions, of course, we'll be looking at some examples. So the first example, I'll be giving you without the usage of pronouns. Now hear me out. I know I look funny, but trust the process. Imagine I have a friend named Joey, and I am introducing you to Joey. So I'll tell you, Joey is funny. Joey eats pizza, and Joey doesn't like to share his pizza, if you know what I mean. Now, aren't we saying Joey a lot? And is it just me, or does it sound very weird? Now, here is the same sentences with pronouns. Here we go. What if I say, this is my friend Joey. He is very funny. He likes pizza, and he doesn't like to share his pizza. Doesn't that sound more natural? Now that we are done with the examples, let's take a quick look at some key terms which you should absolutely know. These keywords also include the types that are not usually discussed. They are quite simple, nothing too difficult. Let's take a look at them. And also I'm done with my blush and it looks pretty good. I love blushes. The first key term is antecedent. It's very easy. Antecedent is nothing but the noun that the pronoun replaces. For example, if I say Ravi is my friend, he is kind. So here, Ravi was replaced by he. Next, we'll start with the types, which are also a part of some extra key terms that you are supposed to know. The first type is personal pronouns. Now, personal pronouns are the ones that are referred to specific things or people. For example, I, me, you, he, she, they. Next up, we have subject pronouns. Now, these are very similar to personal pronouns. The only difference is that they are subjects. Same examples. I, he, she, we, they. Let's look at a sentence example. She runs fast. She comes at the first part of the sentence or the initial part of the sentence. So she would be considered as a subject. Hence, it would be a subject pronoun. Next, we have object pronouns. Object pronouns are again the objects of the sentences. For example, me, him, her, us, them. Let's look at a sentence. The teacher called us. Now here, us is used at a later part of the sentence. Hence, it would be considered as an object pronoun. Next, we have possessive pronouns. The name itself suggests that these are the pronouns that we use to show possession or ownership. Let's take a look at an example. This is my brush. Now here, I use the word my to demonstrate ownership on the brush. That is my brush. Next, we have reflective pronouns. Reflective pronouns always comes back to the subject of the sentence and it usually ends with self. Like myself, herself, himself, ourselves, themselves. If we talk about this in a sentence, she taught herself to play guitar. Now here, she is already in the subject of the sentence, but we are circling back to herself in this sentence. She taught herself to play guitar. So herself is a reflective pronoun. Next, we have demonstrative pronouns. These are super easy. They are used to point out, literally point at specific things. For example, this, that, those, these. Easy, right? These donuts are delicious. These is used to point out. So that is a demonstrative pronoun. Oh, it is really hot in here. Oh my God. Are winters really here or Mumbai is just getting hotter and hotter? Next up, we have relative pronouns. Exactly. They help us relate. They are used to connect a clause or a phrase to another noun or a pronoun. For example, whose, whom, who, which. Now let's look at a sentence. The girl who won the race is my best friend. Now did you see how I traced it back to the subject? The girl who won the race is my best friend. So who here is a relative pronoun. Next, we have interrogative pronouns. Interrogative pronouns are super easy. They are literally used to ask questions like whose, who, which, what, where. For example, what's your name? So here I have used what. The last one is indefinite pronouns. Indefinite pronouns refers to people or things in a general or in a very non-specific way. Here we use words like someone, anyone, few, many. If we look at a sentence, everyone is invited. Here, everyone is an indefinite pronoun. And with that, we have finished all the types and my makeup as well. Now you fully know what are pronouns and what are the types, where to use them and why do we use them. Congratulations! Now that I'm done with my makeup and we are also at the end of the video, it's time for a quick recap. So the key points that we are supposed to know here are as follows.
Pronouns replace nouns. Match pronouns with their antecedents clearly. I hope you remember what are antecedents. Use the right type of pronouns. Do not overuse nouns.
Now that we are done with our video, I need you to take a quick test and check if you have fully understood it or not. Because if you keep your knowledge unchecked, it will fly away from your brains, right? So pause the next slide and read the questions and try to answer them. And I will share the answer in the next slide. Okay, so that is it for today, and if you found this useful or helpful in any ways, please let me know your thoughts in the comments below and we will do more such videos every single week. So next week, we will be talking about the action heroes. Let me know in the comments if you can guess what we will be discussing next. Until then, happy learning!